Hi guys! Welcome back to Witchbaby Beauty. Today, as you can see, I don't have any makeup on, and that's because I'm going to film an eyebrow tutorial. I'm not a beautician. I do not have any professional training in this. Like, I've been threading my own eyebrows for the better part of 10 years, so this is just how I do it. I could be doing it totally wrong, you know, I could be whatever, but this is just what I do. The first thing you want to get your hands on is some thread. And I like to take off the first foot or so because you don't know where it's been. If I've dropped it on the floor or whatever, it's probably not that clean. So then I'm gonna take myself, I don't know, like a hefty amount of thread, like a pretty long strand, and then I half it, tie a little knot, so you have a loop. And the first thing I like to get out of the way is my upper lip. So once you have your loop of thread like this, you want to get some twists in the middle. So just twist one hand. I like to work with about 5 twists. And then see how you have like these 2 circles? These 2 like this figure 8 kind of? That's what you want to work with. When you move these little loops across the hair gets caught in the little loops, and that's what pulls out the hair, is when it gets caught in here. So what you want to do is move it against the growth of the hair. So when you open and close your fingers, you see how the little loops kind of move? Yeah, so that motion is what's going to be pulling out the hair as you thread. So I like to start here, and so what I'm going to do is get that part of my skin top, get the thread, put the thread on the area that I'm threading, and move the loops against the growth of the hair, like so. Once you get to the middle of your lip, it's quite hard to get your tongue under there, so I just like to go like this, so that area becomes really tight. So now I'm basically done with this side, and you can see how this side's really clear and this side's still kind of hairy. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start on this side. Okay, so that's my upper lip done. I don't know how well you can see it. And there you go. So it's all pretty clear now. There's a million tutorials out there on YouTube for how to shape your eyebrows or figure out the right shapes for you. The way I shape my eyebrows is no different. I like to get kind of a straight surface, like a pencil or whatever, and just kind of do a basic mark of the shape that I want to get, because I let my eyebrows get pretty rowdy for this tutorial. So I'm going to need a little bit of guidance. If you're really prepared, you'd probably get a white eyeliner or something, but I'm not as prepared, so I'm going to use a kind of peachy lip liner in case you're interested. It's the NYX lip liner pencil, and what color is it in Nectar. The basic shape of your brow is, in general, to have the top of your brow line up with the end of your nostril, to have the arch of your brow line up with the middle of your pupil, and the end of your brow line up with the edge of your eye. And that's just the shape I use. It's the easiest one, it works for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that out. Okay, so as you can see, I have my 3 little markers now. I have that right there, my arch there, I don't know if you can see it very well, and my tip right there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and match that up on the other side. Okay, so now I've got it matched up on both sides, and my eyebrows are definitely sisters and not twins, and I don't try and, you know, force them to look identical, because I find the more you like freak out about it and try to make them look exactly the same, the more you end up kind of making them get too thin or too freaky. You know, like no one's eyebrows should look exactly symmetrical. I just like to get them as neat as I can, as tame as I can, and then if I really want to go with, you know, a very symmetrical eye look, when I'm doing my makeup, I can draw them in or fill them in to look exactly the same. So now that I've got my little guide, I can use the pencil to actually draw an outline for myself to figure out like exactly the shape that I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, so there's my 2 creepy red outlines now. Now I'm just gonna, you know, do a basic check in the mirror to see if they're like basically symmetrical because I don't want to end up having two completely different brows. Alright, so basically once you have your little guide down, throw anything that's in the mark underneath the lip pencil or outside of it, you can thread away. I like to go a little slower with my brows because normally when you go to a threading place and have a professional do it, they'll ask you to hold your lid down like that so that you can tighten the skin. You can't do that when you're threading your own brows. So you have to just go a little more slowly, be a little more careful so you don't end up pulling up any skin, which can be so painful. So just be careful, go at your own pace. I like to do the tops first because they're the easiest, the skin's the most taut up there, and it helps to give me a good guide for the rest of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. Okay, so that's the top there done. You can kind of tell because all the lipsticks, the lip liner, sorry, is kind of faded away. So I'm gonna start going down the arch. I tend to be very careful going down the tail of my brow because I don't have a lot of growth there and I never want to over thread. So I'm gonna be a little more cautious with the tail of my brow. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do for now on the top. As you can see, it's much cleaner than on the other side now. So now I'm gonna start doing the bottom right here. As you can see, I've got a lot of growth. So I'm just gonna comb through my brows. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I don't want it to be too far out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start threading the under part of my brow. Now go as slowly as you want. You don't want to pull out too many hairs or go faster than you need to and then take out skin like that. That's just painful and unnecessary. So go as slow as you want. The nice thing about threading that's different from waxing is you can get a really clean line up the top, up the under part of your brow, up along here, that I don't think that waxing or plucking really gives me, that like really nice clean line. I know that doing your own eyebrows, especially if you're threading, is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but the best thing to do is to try and keep your face as relaxed as you can, because the more that you tense up and the more that you like clench your jaw or clench your forehead or your eyes, the less of a chance you're going to get the shape that you want, because you're contorting your face. So try and keep your face as relaxed as you can. And if there's parts that are more painful, there's no reason you can't go in with a pair of tweezers and get them. The great thing about threading is just getting a really clean shape. So once you get that shape, if you want to go in with a pair of tweezers and get, you know, the rest of the fallout, that's totally, the rest of the strays, that's completely fine. Alright, so I've got the basic shape for this brow now. So I'm going to go ahead and use a cleansing wipe and wipe off all of the my guide so that I can see if I have any stray hairs or anything like that. Alright, so that's pretty good for me. I don't like my arch to be too high. It's not how my eyebrow naturally grows. I have naturally very straight brows, so I don't like to make it too archy and like, surprised. So now that I've got that shape, I'm just gonna go through with my tweezers and just get the strays. Alright, all done. So that's one, and that's the other scary, hairy brow. So now I'm gonna go ahead and thread my other brow. Okay. I'm going to use that cleansing wipe and wipe off any of that red crap. Alright, and now I'm just going to do the middle of my brow right here to make sure I don't have any unibrow action going on. I don't like to take the tops of my brows in too far because I have quite a wide nose, so if I follow the guide exactly, I end up actually looking quite wide, like my face ends up looking quite wide. Like I've got a plate for a face or something. Alright, so because my brows are quite thick, I do like to trim them with just a small pair of scissors. So I'm just going to brush them through upwards. See, my hairs are quite long. So brush it through upwards. And then take a pair of scissors. And give it a trim. There we go. And then brush it downwards and do the same thing. See how long my hairs are? And I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna do the same on the other side. Okay. My face will wipe with the cleansing wipe. I'm basically done. Wonderful. And then I'm gonna go ahead and give it a moisturize. So I'm just gonna use the LA Total Effects, the 7 Effects. This is my daily moisturizer. I'm just gonna go in with that and moisturize my face. Alright, so there you have it. That is my threading routine. I hope you guys learned something. I'll zoom in so you can get a better look. So there are my eyebrows. So thanks for tuning in and watching my video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys do for your eyebrows. Do you thread them, wax them, or are you gonna give this a go? I hope you guys are getting ready for Christmas and really excited about it. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye!